Occasionally.
And we are
that's
in.
about
Please
it.
don't get us demonetized, Charlie. 5 seconds into the
Hey, I didn't say shit.
yet. Hello, lovely people. It is Sunday. It is Some Other Heroes Day. Happy they crowned a person with fancy gear day after ishness for anybody who celebrate or observe that sort of thing. Go you. We didn't, so there you go.
As the headline from Private Eye said, wealthy man sits on chair.
Yes, well done.
In hat.
In hat.
In hat. I forgot the hat, I'm sorry.
Fucking love that cover.
It was all about the hat. It should be in stolen hat, but anyway.
We are Some Other Heroes. We are queer dungeoneers, gay geeks, and all-round wonderful nerds.
And not royalists.
Definitely not.
Could you
In
guess?
case you hadn't picked that up.
This is our 5th edition Dungeons & Dragons homebrew campaign set in a world of skyships, floating islands, deep mysteries, and strange magics. We are in the middle of a campaign, and we will get to that in a minute. But before we do, we have some shout-outs for our wonderful friends and associated people. First of all, our mods. We would like to shout out to Feline Trickster and Bespectacled Man, Michelle and Nikki, who keep the chat rooms wonderfully safe, and they're lovely people, really good to chat to, but they do carry big hammers just in case those bot people come in and try and ruin your fun. So just send them your love, show them your support, and laugh along with them as we make idiots of ourselves online, because that's what we do best.
Wait, what?
Yep, right, quite. Second, we would like to shout out Wicked Game. If you enjoy us and enjoy what we do, you should pop along and see their stream as well. They are in the middle of their Divisia census. I think they're ramping up for a finale for the first season.
Middle may be a little
yes.
Wrong, but it's certainly going to be a hell of a climax.
Yes, if you're joining in, if you haven't been keeping up, you really should. It's very, very good, and it's just got very, very tense. Theo's shaking his head. Very, very tense.
I'm sorry, that last episode, I literally had a proper, what did they just say? Like, I was genuinely like, what?
I'm very excited myself. I laughed in Evil DM because that's my brand. It was brilliant, really, really good. So
you
go
fucking
along.
hive mind of evil DMs. We are Borg.
Speaking of hive minds of evil DMs, there is a third group in the Norfolk TTRPG selection that you can join, and that is our friends at Dice and a Slice. If you like cake, and if you like Dungeons and Dragons, and why wouldn't you like those things?
Yeah, what the fuck?
You can have them together with our friends' podcast. Dice and a Slice is a nautical-themed homebrew campaign with strange gods and piratical actions, and yeah,
that's just the players.
That's just the players on a normal day. They are lovely. They're wonderful people. We love sharing this space with both them and Wicked Game. And we really do recommend them. If you haven't checked them out, please do so. I don't think there's anyone else I want to shout out at this moment. So, that's actually quite quick for us for a change. So I think
very quick.
I know, right? Almost professional. Scary stuff. So without further ado, I guess I shall run the titles. Of
white, bad hairline men.
I know, right?
And we're back.
Hello.
Previously on Some Other Heroes. Our wonderful friends are having a much needed reprieve after their Dragonborn Bardadin has returned from the dead. They've spent some time recovering, recentering, and just trying eggs. Just and just kind of finding their vibe again before they head out on the next part of their mission. They were surprised by visits from Eugene's sister and mother, and revelations about Valindra, his mother's past. Many speculations and some dramatic begging on certain people's part. Now that information has been shared around the party. And meeting with their research team, they have decided their next course of action. The three of them will travel to the White Temple, the mysterious place where Aisling first discovered the alabaster puzzle box. Where all
and second, discovered lots of daddies.
Yes. To see if there's anything else that can be found. And then from there, they will travel to New Doan to enlist the aid of Sadia Zilman, Eugene's aunt, not only to continue their research into the Sky Shield, but also to prepare Eugene for his wizard's gauntlet.
Oh, yeah.
The meeting has just ended, and the three of you have probably spent most of the day, I would say, hanging around, just making yourself useful, answering any questions and checking any details with the team as you can.
Don't know about that middle bit, but the other stuff, yeah.
Hanging around, yeah.
Yeah. Useful.
I think most of the team come out at different points with some questions. I think, Rock, you were at one point subjected to Toby just kind of giving you a medical check over just to make sure that everything's okay. Gentle little soft pause, but very, very invasive. Doesn't really know personal space. It's kind of like having another Aisling around.
I think Rock is patient until he gets bored and then decides to go every time they touch me.
oh, hang on, and it just kind of starts healing you.
Oh,
Wait, you don't need healing. You're not. Oh, don't be dramatic. Quick. Fulton said that you had a tendency to overreact to things.
Fulton says a lot of things.
Fulton's very smart, you know.
Oh, bless you.
And I am going back to see him, so I will just mention how good a learner you have been for what he has to teach you all.
Yeah, well, I mean, you know, we're very, very, very fond of him, and you know, I think, you know, I'm sure Uncle Perp mentioned to you that, you know, what happens in this house needs to stay in this house. We don't discuss anything outside, anything that's said outside of here.
I feel like Aisling and Eugene definitely pick up that Toby is probably a little more savvy than Rock is and pick up on like swings of moods and things like that quite quickly.
nah.
Anyway, look over there.
Eventually they bounce off and leave you alone for a bit.
I would like to, if possible, I don't know if they're home, but I wanted to try and see if I could grab a second with Valindra.
She is out shopping at the moment. She just says she will be back in the evening.
No, that's fine, when they're back.
Yeah, that is not a problem at all. So yes. So is there anybody in the research team you want to talk to? Or anything that you want to check before?
Yeah, I wanted to... I'm trying to think who would be best to talk to. Probably Uncle Perb, if possible.
Yeah. Type it
I just want to grab him for a minute and just say, I'm terribly sorry to add more things to your long list of tasks, but I had a favour asked of me just to try and track down somebody, and I wanted to just find out where they are and if they're okay. And I wondered if perhaps you could just, put a word out to anybody.
I try. I'm not the most. I mean, outside of academic circles, I'm not the most connected person, but I can certainly ask the right people.
Well, I mean, I wouldn't think they're academic, but just with any of the team that are travelling south near the south of the Three Nations, somewhere near there. There's somebody called Estuary, who is a friend of a friend.
History.
Yeah, it's a half elf who's quite sort of studious as well. Yes, but was in of help to us before.
Tall fellow, dusky skin.
That's the one.
Yes, I vaguely remember him having a chat. Friends with your pointy-haired tiefling friend.
Oh, Skier, yes, that's right.
Absolutely. Yes.
Pointy hair.
Pink pointy hair. Yes, I think you'll probably find little horns. Anyway, but yes, if you could, that would be amazing. I'd most appreciate it.
I remember the chap, and I think he kind of casts a minor illusion, which is a fairly good, like albeit far away, kind of version of what you remember of Estuary.
Rock will just say, yeah, close, and then I will just cast minor illusion and do a perfect replica.
Perfect, and kind of mends his so it matches. Yes, I think I've got that memorized. We do have some teams heading south, so I'll just ask them to keep an eye out, or if they talk to any of our friends in either the Magpies or somewhere like that.
That would be very useful. The Magpies would probably be the ones who would have most access to information like that, so that would be great if you just let me know if you do happen to hear of them anywhere. Just a friend is wondering because they hadn't heard from them for a while. So
certainly, not a problem.
Thank you.
Let's see what we can do. And he kind of makes a note and just heads back off to do some other things. I think by about mid-afternoon, Gree politely makes his excuses and finishes up for the day, heading out with a cheerful goodbye to you all, and just a...
Gristle, great.
You get a message, Eugene, saying, I'm ignoring him when he said it like you advised, until he uses my proper name.
Gree.
He turns, yes, Rock.
You just working half a day today then?
No, I'm heading off because I have some things I need to do before I get back today, later. I will see you probably in a couple of hours.
Okay. Well, do have a lovely day while we work.
What are you doing? Such a bitch.
It kind of just gives you a smile, a slight smile, says, yes, I mean, that glass of wine is not going to finish itself after all.
I was dead!
Get him, Gristle.
Also, if you don't mind getting me another one on the way out, that'd be great.
Toby kind of pokes their head around from like just kind of catches Ashling's eye and just wiggles their ears and smiles and then bounces back into the library.
Yeah.
Eventually everyone wraps up. They all head back out. They're going to have one more evening up at the Citadel, and then they'll return tomorrow to take up the rooms and residences they have within the mansion.
Eugene is blissfully tidying up his library.
Is Ashling helping?
That's
Yeah. No, I think by now Aisling knows better than to do that.
Yeah.
She values the life of her frog.
It is probably around sort of like getting on for early evening when Valindra and Campbell return. And Campbell has a number of big bags which are being carried by a burly looking human who's clearly been loaned by someone. And Valindra has a number of bags as well. And they swan their way in, looking like arm in arm, chatting away with this poor human behind them. Deep in conversation, and take up residence in the dining room. They tip the young man a couple of gold and send him on his way. And all of you are called to the dining room.
Well, successful day shopping, I see.
I would say so, says Campbell. Yes, we managed to pick up all the goods and they were finished in good time. So we've got your new outfits.
Amazing.
Ashling skids around the corner when she hears that.
I think that's just generally Ashling taking a corner, isn't it?
Well, I've asked you guys to put rugs down, but you won't.
No.
Rugs more dangerous?
Hooves, man. We need some grippy rugs.
We just need to get you some little slippers.
Rubber things.
Oh my god, yes. If anyone has watched Kath and Kim, I need little bits of Velcro on the bottom of my hooves.
She falls over, but it's more in a different way.
Yeah, that's fine.
So Campbell very slowly kind of lays things out and then passes some packs to each of you. Ashling, you first.
Oh. Okay.
What have you got?
So, would Charlie like to describe Ashling's new look?
Let me fucking pull up the picture so I can remember what I drew.
For those at home, I will pop that up in a second. There we go.
Ashling's gone all Lara Croft on us.
Yeah.
So, would you like to describe how you see this for yourself, Charlie? I mean, obviously, you're going to keep close.
So I think Ashling kind of got sick of sleeves for a start, so she wanted to get rid of them, get her guns out. Not that her strength has gone up at all, because it hasn't. But yeah, she wanted to get her guns out and a nice little waistcoat situation in a burgundy with some gold stitching on it. It's all higher quality stuff, but nothing more elaborate because she just needs practical pockets, comfy, that kind of thing. Everything's elastic, everything's comfortable.
I feel like was it a case of Campbell managed to talk you round to materials because you were just going to go with base cotton with everything? And
yeah, I was just like, oh, just fucking burlap, that'll do. And she's like, no. So occasionally in this outfit, there's a little bit of velvet to be found. And she's still got her bag of really, really useful, fine things that are fine. And her cool stained glass sword as well, of course.
Amazing.
And she has, on a whim, like a toddler, chopped half her hair off as well. Yeah. She got a bit annoyed with it, or actually no, maybe all those little hair things that she got involved with they got stuck. And instead of trying to fish them out, she was like, well, just fucking chop off the bits that are stuck then, shall I? And that's how she's ended up with the hair she's got now.
Yeah.
In my mind, Ashling would just have fallen asleep with them in and then woke it up and been like, uh-oh.
Yeah, that's what happened. So there's probably still one or two in there somewhere, but for the most part, she's got...
Every now and then we catch a glimpse of one.
Yeah, one little wobbly butterfly or something. But she's got just a few plaits in the front and now her shorter hair and the little cappy things on her horns as well.
Amazing. I also feel like, if you don't mind me adding to that, I feel like you came down with your hair just really roughly hewn off, and Valindra took one look at that and spent the next hour sorting your hair out for you.
Yes. Yes, that.
Big mum energy.
Yeah, thanks, Mum. Come downstairs crying like.
Oh, ginger my hair.
Oh dear. The nicest you're not going out looking like that possible.
Yeah.
Amazing. Theo, would you like to go next?
Sure. I guess if Ashling's new outfit is all about like practicality and like being like basic and not too elaborate, Eugene's is like the opposite of that in kind of every way. So everything has like fancy patterns. Yeah, he's just gone a lot more like, I'm a wizard. I'm gonna wear a flowy cape and flowy pants, and everything's got like little moons and star decorations on it.
Amazing.
And I think that Pocket has like a little tiny like version of a cat collar, so like a little ribbon around his neck, and it just has like a little moon-shaped like identity tag on it that says Pocket.
Aww.
Cute.
Says Pocket, I am
Super.
microchipped. Please call my dad.
Yeah. If found, please return to Brother Moon.
I love these. This is so beautiful.
I love Eugene's boots, like kick-ass boots with his outfit.
That was so funny with the boots, Theo. Oh my god.
Yeah, me and
So-
Charlie have the same brain.
Yeah, we have the exact same brain. So I sent Theo the sketch, and then they were immediately like, "Oh, I was literally about to send you this picture of the exact shoes that I had drawn."
That's amazing.
Kind of upgraded from the slippers that you were wearing before to proper big ass adventuring boots. I love that. So cool. You look amazing. They both look amazing. So with Rock, we're going to move around it because Loot hasn't technically finished your armor yet. I think you need to go and pick that up very soon. But what we can do is you can describe the undergarments and we can show the artwork.
The undergarment.
The day clothes, as it were.
What you wearing?
Yes, and we've already seen the armor or what it basically looks like. So it's a dark black half plate mail, which will go over rest of Rock's outfit.
So Rock has basically kept the idea of his coat, because it's only half of a paladin, and he's now got the coat's kind of a little angular, a little sharper, and a little less kind of flowy, but still has his kind of signature green color to the lining and the edges of it. He's still kept his gold scarf, but it's now fashioned as a kind of sash around his waist. And he then has this matte black half plate, which covers his kind of upper torso and one shoulder with a pauldron. And then he's got matte black gloves over as well. And then most noticeably, he now has an enormous fuck-off sword, which now has a proper sort of holder on his waist, so he doesn't have to carry it around like he doesn't know what to do with it.
Yeah.
Yes, that's all in matte black over his sort of black and dark green coat with the silver lining, a silver green lining rather.
Amazing. And these all look fabulous. Thank you so much, Charlie, for turning these
Charlie,
around
I
so
just
quickly.
love them.
They're
That's
gorgeous.
okay. I loved it. Any excuse.
Does anyone want to see my new character art?
Yeah, of course.
So,
I know who this weirdo
That's
is.
so cool.
Thank you so much for including me as well, Charlie. That really does mean a lot. I
Always.
love this so much.
you
It's
can't.
so
You do
cool.
all the bloody work. You can't be missing out on having a cool portrait too. We just dick around.
Speaking,
We will be sharing the artwork on our socials this week. So.
Speaking of cool portraits, let's just update our overlay.
Yeah.
I love doing stuff like
Magical.
this. Magical. Woo!
It looks so cool.
By the power of the internet.
Oh my god, witchcraft! Inform the church.
They can't. They're too busy being hungover at the moment.
All that wine yesterday.
All that wine yesterday.
Ugh.
Anyway, so I'm going to skip back to our new 4-player with our updated art and things.
Woohoo!
Amazing.
So you guys try on your outfits. Valindra and Campbell help with a few last bits of alterations and stuff, but everything is very beautifully tailored. And you all kind of get the impression that it is it will wear really well. These garments are enchanted with an element of self-cleaning. So
Perfect.
they will prestidigitate once a day at dawn for you. So just to kind of save you having to do it and just kind of keep themselves pristine and harder to wear.
We need to get a bag of holding made out of that stuff.
I know what you mean.
Speaking of which,
Can we get a little bag of holding to go in the bag of holding?
says
Cheese is
Valindra.
supposed to be aged, okay?
It's not supposed to be runny and warm.
Why not? It's a fondue bag.
Gross.
That's so rank!
God.
Charlie, me, is really weird about cheese. So this is gross for me, but Ashling's having a wonderful time.
I feel like whilst Rock and Aisling are arguing over the amount of cheese in the bag of holding and Campbell's having a good old chuckle, your mum takes you to one side, Eugene, and just says, lift up the lapel. And you
Yeah,
do.
he does.
And underneath is a set of runes. I had a friend of yours, Lute, was it?
Yeah.
Yes, lovely guy. Going to be really nice having him close to keep an eye on your sister. That's very heartened by that. These are the runes that were on my vestments as a rune fencer. They consider it a inheritance gift. A little early because I don't need them at the moment, but you definitely will get something out of it. You will find that these protect you ever so slightly better, and that they provide some extra little tiny touches that are useful for a wizard out in the field. So if you want to look up Blade Singer's vestments,
Ooh.
you can add it to your equipment.
What's it do? What's it do?
Almost
What's it
into
do?
double digits AC.
I can read it out if you like. As light as cloth, these traditional robes are designed with blade singers in mind, providing extra defense whilst keeping the blade singer's movements free and swift. While wearing the vestments, your armor class is at +2 to your AC.
Oh my god.
In addition,
Wow.
once per short rest, you may magically enhance your reaction time, giving you advantage on dexterity saving throws for 1 minute.
Nice.
That is very nice.
Oh my goodness, Eugene's got lots of hit points. Well, AC anyway.
Yes. So it's slightly better than one of the things that you've got on. So it doesn't give you a massive boost, but it's enough, I think.
A slightly less squishy boy.
You can see Theo's already doing the calculations of if I attune to that, if I've got that.
What do I attune to?
Oh no, is it?
Yeah,
attunement?
it's the attunement game. I'll play that later. Sorry, I got
It's a mini
distracted
game.
there for a
It's a
second.
good D&D mini game attunement.
Yeah.
I hope you'll find them useful.
Thanks. I really appreciate that. That means a lot.
She kind of just straightens your clothes out a bit, and she is quite clearly trying to stop being too much of a mum about it, but is having difficulties. Oh, you look lovely. Look at you. And look, all three of you. You look wonderful. Campbell from one side just goes, well, they had help.
Yeah. Ashling's fully going to be like a budgie with reflective surfaces for the next 48 hours.
Considering she has a sword that is nothing but protective surfaces.
That is
Checking
true.
herself out in it all the time.
She's been walking around with her sword like a mirror everywhere.
Yep.
Also, and I think this is whilst Aisling is like budging. Rock, Eugene, I got you a new bag of holding. One that's less smelly. So
Thank you so much. Thank you.
I think Brock just starts crying a little.
This is so rude.
Then Aisling can do whatever she likes with your original one.
She already is.
But he does.
She needed permission?
So between you, you've got another bag of holding, which you can
Thank God.
distribute as you want.
Theo/Eugene can only think about the impact the cheese is having on any materials and books that are stored in there.
Well, where do you think a lot of the material
There's not been
components
books
go?
in there for a long time.
It's the hat of
Yeah,
holding.
I stopped putting things in the bag of holding months ago.
Yeah, not surprised.
It's
Not
just all in my
surprised.
hat.
Oh yeah! I
Why do you
forgot.
think my new outfit has so many like pockets and bags? 'Cause I'm not going near that thing.
Eugene opened the bag to put a spell book in one day, and it went zool, and he went, nope, never going back.
No, I know I've got the spell book that can't be damaged, but it can still get coated in cheese.
It can get
True.
sullied.
And it doesn't say anything about smell.
Oh god.
Exactly.
God damn it. I know Aisling doesn't care, but Charlie is so grossed out.
You created the situation.
I know! I know. God damn it.
I think Ralph will just go. It's very kind of both of you to have all this organised today. That was very appreciated. We did have a very successful meeting with the research team, so it was most appreciated that we had the time to do that. Thank you.
Oh, I found Valindra's company delightful, extremely delightful.
Yes, I think we've all noticed that you two should not be allowed together too much. Speaking of which, Valindra, could I have a small word?
Of course, dear. What can I help you with?
And just sort of in the other room.
Oh, yes. Kind of glasses the rest of them, but kind of follows you out.
I'm just going to the next room, not close the door or anything, but just kind of out of earshot. I'm just going to say, I'm terribly sorry. This is a bit embarrassing, but I wanted to ask you a favour, if you don't mind. But obviously, you feel free to say no. I mean, you don't have to. It's just a little.
Rock?
What
is the favour?
And he just reaches down into his jacket pocket, and he's going to pull out one of the storybooks of Pandora.
Oh!
And he goes, would you mind signing this for me? I won't tell anyone. It's, as a child, I loved stories. I mean, I love stories. And so, I mean, you don't have to. Actually, this is really silly. Don't worry, I'll put it away. It's like, just don't tell you now.
Takes the book from your hand. And she smiles, and she does sign it as Andara. Some legends are best sought out, Rock. Andara.
Oh gosh, I should probably write that in there too. Anyway, thank you. That's anyway. You don't have to mention this again to anyone.
Well, I mean, I know where you are. You know where I am. Let's never speak to anybody else about where we are, respectively.
They all kind of know where we. Anyway, yes, we'll go with that. Thank you. I'm just going to take the book and very carefully place it back. And then I'm going to walk out with Valindra on my arm and just go, so yes, if you don't mind, you're just keeping an eye on everything. That would be great. Thanks so much.
She just quirks an eyebrow. I think your sister is counting heads and talking to Kath about food and stuff like that, and she comes back in. Who is staying for dinner tonight? How many heads do we have? Are any of the team coming up? Kath needs to know because she's sorting stuff out.
Aisling would have put her hand up, even though it's obvious she's staying.
Actually, I'm not going to be around for dinner this evening.
What? You got to eat dinner?
What?
I mean, yeah, I will, just not here.
Oh.
I mean, why? Where are we going for dinner?
But you're staying here for dinner, right?
Oh, well, I thought you were just saying we should go out for dinner.
Oh, Rock.
No, that's not
Rock,
exactly what I meant.
what is your current AC?
What the fuck?
Who's throwing something at Rock?
I'm going to say, if Eugene firebombs me, I'm leaving.
Does a 19 hit?
Yes.
You can take 1 point of damage as Evelyn jabs you in the side with her elbow.
Damn, Evelyn.
What was that for? What?
Eugene is going out with a friend and will come back in his own time. You can all...
What? I think as Rock starts saying what friend, he's like, what? Fun. Well done, fun.
Great save. Great save.
Well, we'll have we'll have a lovely evening. We're going to stay here and have dinner. You're going to go out with a friend for dinner, and so that's great. You'll be there for dinner, and we'll be here for dinner. So, so yes, and he just puts up his hand.
Evelyn just kind of gives you that twin look, which says, "I'm so sorry. If I'd known, I would have kept my mouth shut." Right, so excellent. I'll tell Kath. Everybody bar Eugene and the team are going to say, "Excellent. I'll be back." She wanders off. You all look amazing, by the way. Not jealous at all.
Thank you. You look amazing too.
She pokes her head back round. I look like I've been baking all day.
I know you look amazing.
Oh.
Too slick. She wanders off. I think you are left to kind of chat around for a little bit, and about sunset, there's a ring at the doorbell, and Bordeaux, who's just kind of wrapping up for his day, kind of lets Gree Hemlock in, who has changed. He's wearing very similar clothing, but it's like
He's now halfing.
He's instead of the deep purple, it's like a burgundy, pressed with silver, and he's just kind of got a clean black shirt underneath his sash and robe, and he comes in and kind of looks around. Evening, everybody.
Evening.
Evening.
You all changed. Oh, you all look amazing.
Look at this.
Well, you changed too.
Oh yes, I just wanted to freshen up before we went out this evening. I like the new coat. And Aisling, this is very you, and it's very exciting.
Right.
And I think he pauses for a second as he kind of takes in Eugene.
I know it's a lot, isn't it?
It's
You're so jingly and jangly now. Your stealth rolls are going to be awful.
My stealth rolls are awful anyway.
That's true.
it's beautiful. You look really lovely. Wow. I'm at a loss for things to say, so I'm just going to take your arm, Eugene.
Okay.
And we shall bid you all a nice night, and we'll see you later. If it's
Have a
okay.
good time.
Have a lovely dinner.
Have a good time.
Before they walk out the door, I'm going to yell, "Be back by midnight!"
I was just about to say, have a lovely dinner. Really? That's all you're going to say? There's no...
Aisling was ready to punch him in the arm. And he didn't help it.
No pointed remark? Are you feeling okay?
I feel better now we've had the pointed remark, to be fair.
There was no pointed remark. It was just saying what Belinda was thinking.
I don't care. My son, I have seen my son riding on the back of dragons, fighting elder gods. Frankly, a date is the least I'm worried about right now.
It's the most I'm fucking worried about.
To be honest, the rest of the things he was fine with, but apparently based on his habit of falling down wells, I'm not sure he's great on this one. But anyway,
Right, we should go. We should definitely go. We're going to be late.
Bye.
What was that about?
Anything
Says the
else
doors.
said?
I think Eugene pulls the door closed before Rock
Yeah.
can say anything else. And I'm going to move to... actually, no, I'm going to stay on this scene, but we're going to focus on... Because I haven't changed all the character tokens yet.
El scandalo.
I'll get to it. It's fine. I've suddenly realised I didn't do the two-player stuff, so that's fine. We'll do that later. So Eugene and Gree head out into the cold night air. There is a nice dusting of snow over everything at this point. And he guides you down, and there's a small carriage waiting at the end of the street, which he gives you his hand and helps you into, then clambers in before you. I just thought it'd be nicer than trying to, although it's pretty, it's very cold. Very, very cold. I'm still getting used to being up this far up in the sky.
I kind of always like the cold, but I can see why people don't.
Generally am okay with cold. I mean, I'm with the my heritage actually gives me some defense to the cold. But yeah, I've noticed difference, and Riskarif was, ooh, yeah, don't get Riskarif started on it.
Noted.
So, thank you for all your help today, and, well, in general, it's really lovely to have you back, and I'm sorry that you had to go through what you had to get you back here. How are you feeling?
I don't know, honestly. People keep asking me this, and it's just a lot.
I'll stop asking, but
You don't have to stop asking. It's not.
what I was going to say is, but I want you to feel that you can come and talk to me when you need to about it, because if everyone's asking, it's because they're worried. But I guess Rock must be sick of people kind of... I saw Toby earlier. Like, gosh. I think that's partly curiosity as to see how the spell worked. But yeah.
Yeah, I don't think Toby always really understands personal boundaries that well.
No. Yeah, Milif was going to turn him into something the other day. He was literally on the desk while she was trying to read. It did not go well. Yeah. Fortunately, Bonnie is much quicker than Milif is. But yeah, they argue a lot, but they seem to get on. I think you'd enjoy it. I know what you're doing's much more important, and well, if you ever need a break, come back and help us. We'd all be really glad to see you.
Yeah, sometimes I think it might be a lot easier if I could just sit in the library and do research.
I think you'd get bored, though.
Maybe.
So, the place we're going to is a little unconventional, but I think you're going to find it fun. And I think you will probably want to take Rock and Aisling there later. It's near the docks.
Well, I know. I don't think I'm going to have much of a choice once Aisling finds out where I've been.
We're outside anyway.
You're hanging onto the cart.
Rock's cast invisibility.
Oh dear. Yeah, it's fun. It's a lot of fun, and the food's amazing.
That sounds great. I'm excited.
It takes you about 10-15 minutes to find your way down to near the docks, near the Skyport, in fact. And as soon as you step out, you immediately know which building you're going to. There is the hollowed out shell of a skyship that has platforms and tarpaulin pulled across it in random directions. Some of the areas looking massively unsafe, with little tiny skittery staircases and ropes tying everything together. This ramshackle place doesn't look like much from the outside, but as soon as you get close, you can smell warm, hearty food being cooked, and you can hear bustle and joy and laughter coming from inside. This is the Tipsy Kobold. Before you even get to the door, you cast your eyes upwards and you watch as 4 kobolds in a big basket pull themselves along one of these ropes, scamper down the side of one of the tarpaulin with plates.
Oh my god.
And you can just about make sure, because everything's been pulled down to try and keep it all warm and all the heat trapped inside, you can just about see them kind of serving people like this kind of big arraignment of tapasy type bits. There is a gurgling shout as you kind of get to the door, and you can just about make out this huge female half-orc who is barking orders in Draconic left, right and centre, and watching kobolds disappear with plates and mugs and things like that. Every once in a while you see a trapdoor open and a different kobold in like a chef's hat kind of pops up and kind of puts a plate somewhere and then disappears again underneath.
Oh my god.
This is amazing.
It is chaos and somehow it all works, which is pretty much kobolds in itself.
Me.
As you step up, you are greeted by 2 people, a handsome-looking human and a female bugbear, who has both got like what looks like a kind of official jacket on, held together with like a dark sash. They check your reservation and take you to a table which is out on one of the branches. It's a bit far up, and you have to kind of step onto this strange platform, which is kind of been cobbled together several times and looks like bits have been just replaced as they've worn away. Instead of like replacing the whole thing, it's just made up of anything they can get their hands on. You're told to hold onto the rail as the bugbear just pulls on this big rope. Her big muscular arms like just yank, and you are lifted up all the way up. The 3 of you on this platform, and the human shows you to a table which overlooks the bay and then the outer landing of Cloud's Cairn itself. There is dappled snow drifting through deep moonlight, and it's beautiful as it just reflects on the lake. The human bows. One of our agents will be with you shortly. It kind of taps the table, and there's a kind of engraved in it. This is plaque which can be lifted off, and it's got like a list of the basics. They will have any specials you need. If there's any dietary requirements, please let them know. If there's anything you'd like to try, ask them. I'm certain they've got a way to get it.
Damn.
Okay. Thank you.
No problem. Please enjoy your meal. It steps down and kind of lowers the platform. There are steps to one side. This is just a quicker way up. It's chaos, but I think it's funny. I think it'd be fine.
It's definitely something.
You barely sit down before this little blue kobold pops his head above the edge of your table and disappears again. And then you hear there's a rattling and draconic shouting, and then he appears again with a yellow kobold. Good evening. We will be your waiters for this evening. Would you like drinks before you start?
Yes.
Could we get 2 glasses of wine? Would that be all right?
Yeah, sounds good.
Yeah. I quite fancy a kobold spit. Would you like one, Eugene, or anything else?
No, I'm good, thanks.
Eugene must get ID'd. Look at his little face.
Kobolds disappear off, and you settle yourselves in. So, next move, off to the White Temple.
Yeah. And then New Doan.
New Doan. Is there anything I can do to help prepare for New Doan?
Any way that you know what's the spell I'm thinking of? Basically, can you just be me and like take my exam?
Oh.
He chuckles.
That's what I'm thinking.
You are the most special person in the world to me, Eugene. But I am not doing another Wizard's Gauntlet.
Please.
I don't think any wizard would. It's important.
That's not filling me with confidence, you know.
I know, but I think everyone's trying to be realistic. Like, we all know that you're more than capable, but none of us are going to lie and say it's going to be easy. It's not meant to be easy.
Could you maybe just lie a little bit?
It's totally going to be puppies and unicorns.
Okay, that's too much. Somewhere in the middle of those two things.
Cool. It's probably going to be really easy, but you are taking Aisling with you.
Okay, yeah, that's the sweet spot. Thanks.
It's going to be like trying to persuade one of the important people you've talked to with Rock on one side and Aisling on the other, or trying to get a straight answer out of somebody with Aisling on one side and Rock on the other.
Hold on.
I'm saying nothing.
Dear. Rock seems like his normal self again. That's good.
Yeah, I mean, as much as you can be after you've died.
Yeah. Try and, without pushing, and I'm sure Aisling's doing this as well, but without pushing, do try and encourage him to talk a little bit about that.
Oh yeah, Aisling had a conversation with him, and he promised he was going to tell us what was going on before things get to like, oh, I'm dead.
Yeah, there seems to be it has to be like a different levels kind of get to.
But yeah, he seems to be his normal self, which is good.
That's good. And Aisling, has she talked about it at all?
Not really. You know what Aisling's like? She kind of just
says what she thinks in the moment?
Yeah. She was kind of quiet, though.
I'm not surprised, though. Now, just when you get a time, just maybe have a chat with her about it. But don't carry all their woes as well.
Trying.
It kind of just reaches over and just, takes hold of your hand. And if you need anything, I'm only ever a sending spell away.
Thanks. I like sending to you. You don't ask questions.
Oh god, that is the most annoying thing. God, I think it's a non-wizard thing. Like, just
Yeah, I think it's one of those things like how once you've worked in retail, you know how annoying it is when you come in at like 5 minutes to closing. Once you know the sending spell and you've sent a few messages, you then have this understanding of how annoying it is when people ask you a question and you've got no spell slots left.
yeah, I have to say that. I think I think my old master takes particular pleasure in asking questions when I send to him. And Risker's Rife definitely does. I think she can tell it winds me up. But I don't mind so much from her because I know that she's putting up with a lot at the moment. So. Speaking of which, Riskriff was talking about they might buy a house in Cloud's Kern. They might leave Parshkick.
Everyone's coming to Cloud's Kern. This is so exciting.
Yeah.
I think that they just want somewhere. I think a lot of people in Parshkick want to stay because it's home. But then there's a few of us who just remember it. We're very close to what happened, and I think it's kind of tarnished it a little bit. So a new opportunity.
Yeah, I can imagine like if you're trapped somewhere for several hundreds of years, you might want to leave when you can.
Yeah. Also, I mean, this is a great opportunity for me personally to see this new world and interact with some of its people, and just generally, it's one of the reasons I'm kind of doing this. Well, a little lesser reason, and kind of winks at you. Yeah. And then, so what do you? What's New Doan like?
Well, I don't actually really know that much because I've never been, but Ashley tells me it's really cool. It's basically made of gold.
It sounds ridiculous. It sounds like made up.
I know, but apparently it's true. It really is a golden city.
That sounds crazy. How do they? Actually, I suppose they don't let outsiders in, and they move about. So I guess that's how you don't get robbed every 5 minutes.
Yeah, I think it would be pretty hard to rob them.
Going back to your gauntlet, best thing I can advise, and like everyone's gauntlet is different, and that's the whole purpose. But because you're a summoner, get really familiar and close to the beings that you've made bonds with. If you get a chance to summon them beforehand and have a conversation with them, that's really good. I mean, I know you're good at that anyway. And the pocket.
But having conversations?
Well, creating bonds with your summons. I've seen how close you are to Pocket. But those bonds will probably serve you better as a summoner than anything else. I think they'll want to see what level of control you might have. For me, I had to protect people from really dangerous magics. I had to create shields and wards and come up with different ways of defeating powerful attacks, and that's one of the reasons I had to get new clothes. Most of mine were very badly singed by the end of it.
Where did you go to do your gauntlet?
We went to the woods outside the inn where we met, Tipsy Triton. Yeah, it's probably safest. And actually, we had several members of the village volunteer to be my wards for it. Yeah. Would not want to go through that again. It was heartrending. Yes. Also, I'm not a summoner. They're definitely going to test you as a summoner.
Okay.
But yeah.
It's gonna be fine.
Absolutely. It's going to be difficult, but I think you're going to be fine.
I've just never been very good at tests. I get all like queasy.
I can understand that. It's just like, you gotta remember, you flew on the back of a dragon and you attacked an elder Fade god head on, and you've been to the ways, and those are all things that you did.
Yeah, but that's kind of, I don't know, it feels different doing things in the moment when like you have to do the things or you know you'll die. It's the build up, it's the anticipation.
Definitely cannot argue with you on that. But
maybe someone can just kidnap me and take me to the exam.
Wasn't that more Ashling's thing? Kidnapping?
Yeah, don't be stepping on my flavour. TM.
Well, maybe that's what will happen. You should be careful what you wish for.
Wait, what? Really?
Mm-hmm. I've heard all sorts of different stories. I say, like, some wizards have very interesting ideas. Like, it's one of the reasons it's hard for any of us to give you any advice. It's because it's so unique. But I think wouldn't put you up for this if he didn't feel you were ready. And I believe in you. I've seen you at work. You're brilliant.
Thanks.
I'm looking forward to getting this whole Sky Shield thing sorted out so you and I can go and do some research somewhere. Create some new magic. That'd be fun. Yeah. The rest... So by this point in time, the wine and the other drinks have arrived. And the kobolds present you with a long list of tiny plates and from all over the place, and trying, like, one of them tries to make one recommendation. So the dark blue one is trying to make one recommendation, the yellow one's slapping his hands away and kind of making different recommendations.
I love it.
I think Gree kind of points out some things that he recognizes or tried before and said that were good, and then encourages you to kind of just choose whatever you want or make anything you want up, because the kobolds are very adventurous in the kitchen.
I think Eugene's kind of overwhelmed by too many choices, so he just kind of lets Gree decide.
Oh, I think Gree will make an insight check. It's a good roll. Gree orders like a half and half, so it's kind of the more spicy, more flavorful things for him, and flavorful but not quite as challenging for you. So, like, interesting, and a couple of things that are a bit more interesting, like weird mixtures of herbs and things that you wouldn't necessarily have tried, and some stuff that's very homely and comfortable, and very little cheese.
What? What's even the point?
And the kobolds look a little disappointed that you didn't take all their recommendations, but kind of nod in the right places, and then they start just like arguing about who's going to get what, and then the two of them disappear. You all the way through this, it's kind of your conversation is slightly punctuated by this gentle din of excited conversation, and then this occasional roar of this big half-orc woman with Intraconic, which after a while you realise is her telling the kobolds to serve. because they've got distracted or they've gone elsewhere or.
Category is
get to your bloody tables.
They ate.
So they ate because they're on anyway.
Tee.
And it doesn't take long for your food to start to appear. And it's kind of delivered by different kobolds coming out. One of them actually just appears from a flap underneath the floor and kind of clambers up around the table and just pops things around. Another one comes from a basket above. One of the cold dishes you can see one of them run past you going, excuse me. And then kind of stands in the snow for 5 minutes and then comes back and goes, okay, fresh and cold. And pops it down.
It's like being served by a kobold SWAT team.
Very much so. Well, or a crash of toddlers. It's you do notice that one of the chefs that pokes his head up is slightly familiar to you. Like one of the kobolds that comes up, pops up and says that kind of calls for service, and that is a familiar brown-red kobold with quite a regal air about him.
Oh my god, is it Kip Kip?
It's Kip Kip.
Oh.
Kip Kip.
It's Kip Kip. Kip Kip with the bite. The former king of the kobolds.
I just give him a little wave.
He bows elegantly to one of the champions of Cloudskern. And you notice that a few extra bits that you didn't order kind of appear at your table.
Nice. Connection. Royal connections.
It's just one of those wonderful, nice meals where you just slowly pick and converse, and I think that it isn't long before the two of you get into magical theory. I feel like that's one of your that's kind of your love language. And there's a lot of anecdotes about how the different wizards in the research team do things and Gree's learning sort of things. You get the impression he's impressed with Milith, but he finds her frustrating.
Don't we all?
Like he knows how smart she is, but if she would just get off her high horse for 5 seconds, she'd be really pleasant to be around. And he says that, and kind of tells you a couple of things that like different approaches to somatic components that he's learnt and things like that. And you kind of get the impression that if you had some time to do so, the two of you could actually develop some new spells together.
I did want to ask you actually, just out of curiosity. Do you know anything about gravity magic?
Oh, graviturgy. No. It was very rare in my time. There was rumors that they were teaching it to an advanced classes at Tabaset before I entered my apprenticeship. But I never actively saw many people use it. But a couple of times though, it's really impressive. Like literally lifting whole chunks of earth into the sky just with the power of your mind, or pinning an opponent to the floor with just a flick of your wrist. It's quite powerful stuff.
I do have a book about it that I need to get around to reading actually, but I just wondered. I've been thinking about it because, well, I'm fairly sure that if we do find the temple of Lathel Silman, he was a graviturgy wizard, so I'm pretty sure it will be the temple of gravity that we find next. So
that seems logical. Yeah.
Wondered.
Well, try and find some time to read that, and I'll do some side research and see if there's anything I can find. I'll let you know. I'm sure Tythig would definitely be excited for that as well.
Yeah, I should ask him. He probably knows some stuff.
He may do. I think he's a summoner like you, though, isn't he?
Mm-hmm.
Mm-hmm. If he doesn't, maybe some of the spirits he's talked to might do, though. It's entirely possible. Do you know Speak to the Dead?
No.
Okay. Well, when we get over the next couple of days before you head off, I will transcribe that for you. It's a really useful spell. If you ever find a body in a place, you can find out much more information. It's a little restrictive, but it's just good information, and it's non-invasive, I'm told, which is quite nice. Not the sort of necromancer where you just pluck someone's body and use it as a puppet. Yeah.
Just need to make sure you ask the right questions.
And out of earshot of anybody who would not ask the right questions.
Yeah, definitely don't teach Aisling that spell.
Sure. To be fair, if Aisling knows that spell, she'd have got it from Alabaster, I would have thought so.
Just because Alabaster wants to see me do dumb shit with it.
Yeah, probably.
Fair
Wouldn't
comment.
be anything useful.
You move on, and although you're probably getting to quite full, the pair of you, I think that they both kind of agree that there's room for desserts.
Actually, if you don't mind, can we skip dessert? I kind of have a plan.
You have a
dessert
plan. Okay. We'll skip dessert. There's a kind of a very upset white-looking kobold who just kind of drops.
Sorry.
Aww. The ice cream kobold was so excited.
Oh, now I feel bad.
Don't worry. They actually actively do that. They teach each other how to do it just to see if they can get extra out of people. They're very, very cunning. They kind of play on this small thing. Your uncle was telling me a little bit about the modern kobolds. They're very clever, very ingenious people, but yeah, definitely know how to play on being small and cute. But yeah, well, I will settle up then, unless you want another coffee or something like that, and then I will follow your lead. He kind of raps on a copper pipe, and then a familiar-looking dark blue kobold appears with the bill. He pays, and then it leads you to the elevator. You're just coming out at that same time that another couple is, like this hobgoblin and his husband, just kind of linking arm in arms, and they kind of have that kind of like older couple. They kind of see you, and they're kind of nudging each other. Like, do you remember when it was like that for us?
You do the queer acknowledgement smile that we all do.
Absolutely. And then that sort of very subtle, like, nudging each other. It's like, do you remember when our first few dates, and isn't young love wonderful? And ride down with you. And you make your way outside. It is rowdy behind you, but it's a nice atmosphere. So, lead on.
Eugene's gonna lead them back to the house. But I think like they get to the front door, and then he realizes that as soon as they go in, everyone's gonna be like hanging around and trying to see what's going on. So he's like, okay, I've got an idea, and I'll cast a dimension door and just make a doorway to Eugene's bedroom.
This is the equivalent of climbing up the trellis into your window, right? Yeah.
Yeah.
I think you need to open the door, because obviously this is an extra dimensional space, so we'll argue that. But I think once you open the door, you just dimension door up the top of the stairs. I think that's more than fair. So I think Aisling and Rock, you hear the front door open, and that's it.
And Rock immediately rearranges everything so he looks nonchalant.
Oh, for fuck's sake.
He's like, I'm reading. And then nothing happens, and he's like...
Yeah, Eugene will lead Cree into his room, which he's kind of redesigned a little bit since the last time that Cree has seen it. So it's now got like a completely glass, like domed roof. So you can see the stars and the moon.
This is lovely.
Yeah, I don't know. I've just been I've kind of been having trouble sleeping lately, and it just, I don't know, it feels kind of comforting to be able to see the moon.
Yeah. Oh. And he just weaves a minor illusion spell. I wanted to show you like what it was like in my time, and kind of shifts. It's kind of this weave comes over and a few stars change. Not many, but a few stars change. And then you see orbiting the moon is a smaller, darker grey moon that just kind of slowly revolves.
Wait, there was another moon?
So legend has it there was originally 3.
What happened to them?
I don't know. Unfortunately, there's no record of what happened to the second moon.
More mysteries.
Oh my god, we need to find this moon! Add it to the quest list.
But yeah, we had 2 moons that orbited together. So it was Brother Moon, points to the larger one, and Fang, which is his hunting wolf. The legend goes. And Fang was with him for the hunt whenever he went out into the shadows.
Wow, that's so cool.
Yeah. And kind of smiles and goes, I always like the legends of some of the gods. Some of them are really cool. I mean, from an objective, like, academic perspective, of course. I mean...
Yeah, I'm not judging you.
I think he finds somewhere comfortable to sit and just kind of gently guides you over.
Oh, and Eugene has prepared the cake he made.
Oh, yes.
So this is kind of why I wanted to skip desserts. Actually, well, Evelyn helped, did the majority of the work and mostly just bossed me around. But we made you a cake.
You made me a cake, and
yeah,
Evelyn just guided you there. This is lovely. It's this. It kind of cuts it. Wow. Oh, wow. What smells? This is beautiful. Have you tried some?
No. I was waiting for you. It's a spiced fruit cake. Apparently, it's a Dragonborn specialty.
A Dragonborn specialty. Interesting. So actually, this smells a lot like one of the cakes that my mum used to make me growing up.
And he stole it and claimed it as their
Cultural appropriation.
Typical Empire behavior.
Yeah.
But yeah, I wonder how the Imperials ended up with it. Probably, maybe there's a group of people up there that descended from Tabaset or something.
Maybe.
Well,
I in that case, I extra hope that it's good.
It smells lovely. So let's cut a piece of cake. If you don't mind, with your permission, I'd like to just relax here with you and watch the stars.
That sounds great to me. I think Pocket gets out of Eugene's pocket and sort of curls up in Gree's lap.
Oh my god.
So cute. And the three of you just kind of gently relax against a piece of furniture, cut cake. It's very spicy. I don't know how Eugene is alright, but Gree really likes it.
I think Eugene likes it, but yeah, it's probably too spicy for what he would choose, but he's probably going to cover that as much as possible.
Despite the fact he's probably gone a little bit.
Yeah, he's probably sweating a little bit.
I think at one point Gree just like chuckles and goes, you don't have to force yourself for me. And he just gently dabs your forehead with the sleeve of his shirt.
Just eat the icing. Just have the icing.
Yeah.
Cuts the sweeter
Just
bits
the
out
half
for you.
milk.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And I think the rest of your evening is spent. And a question for Theo: do the two of you spend the night together?
Yeah, I think so.
Rock sensibilities.
I think it's much more innocent than that. Although there's a lot of affection and some kissing and cuddling, I have this feeling that the two of them, being who they are, probably just fall asleep.
They don't live in sin.
You'll never know.
You will never
Oh.
and fade.
Yeah.
That feels like a beautiful place to take a little break, and for us to go and get a drink and maybe a slice of spicy cake ourselves.
That sounds rank. No, I'm
Oh,
good.
okay.
Like, no shade, Gree, but
No, it's like have you ever had chocolate and chili
Ginger
cake?
cake.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
okay.
Ginger cake.
Okay, no, I'm not gonna start this.
We're not going to do a complete tear down of cake flavors, no.
No.
So I think we'll be back about 25 to, by my reckoning. We're going to go. Make sure you all give yourself get something to drink, have a stretch, just move around a little bit. Thank you for being with us. It's very chilled, very date orientated start.
Yeah,
to the stream.
Ashling's still alive so far, so it's
I
going
know,
pretty
it's
well.
going brilliant.
Yeah. But we're going to come back to what Rock and Ashley have
Oh,
been up to in a
feck
minute.
it. The whole downstairs of the house is just on fire.
So it's just like Eugene is Donald Glover's character from
Yeah. Walking in, I'm swinging a cloth round that's on fire.
That's why we didn't notice Eugene come in shadoring through when he opened the door. We were so confused. Ashling was on fire. Her hair's now singed. Rock was running after her, trying to beat it with a pan.
A pan? Fucking
Anyway.
hell.
All right, lovely people, go and grab yourselves a drink and stuff, and I will see you in a little bit. 25 to, we'll be back. Bye. And we are back.
Hello.
Hi, everybody. I hope you had a lovely break. You grabbed something to drink, stretched, and have you drunk enough water today? It's very
Shit, I
important.
On that note.
Before
Coffee's got water in it, right?
Tea is like all
kind
water,
of doesn't
so
quite
it's
count
fine.
that way, but yes. Before our break, Our wonderful troupe of adventurers have got their new looks, having a turn around the dining room, showing off their new gear, and then the lovely Eugene was whisked away for a nice romantic dinner with his close and personal, let's call it, near boyfriend.
Neither-
Your fantasy boyfriend.
Neither of them have used the word yet.
Yep.
No, those friends sitting feet apart.
We're 3 apart, 3 people.
Room for the Holy Ghost.
At the Tipsy Kobold, a chaotic, wonderful experience run by a chaotic but wonderful people. On coming back to cap off the evening with a gentle drift under starlight in Eugene's room. Meanwhile, Aisling and Rock, what do you get up to? Do you just have a quiet evening, or is there anything that you want to achieve whilst...
I think actually Rock's probably just going to kind of be happy to have a quiet night in, with full intention of sort of larking about with Aisling for a bit, and then staying up to properly like embarrass and meet Eugene, and should anyone else come back. But I also think that Rock probably, after the false alarm that he thought they were coming in and then he didn't see them, Rock probably then completely just dozed off.
Aww.
I think completely just like fell asleep waiting for them, because by the time it was so late, he was like, well, now I've been up this late and they're still not back. So I may as well just stay up, and then fell asleep promptly in the chair like an old man.
Amazing.
Can I ask if anyone will be guarding the kitchen during this time?
Guarding the kitchen.
Like, who normally guards the kitchen?
I don't know. I'm in the building.
Does Kat hang around in there?
Kath powers down as she has her own room where she powers down, and she has like her own books and things like that.
Does Evelyn have an alarm on the chocolate cupboard or anything?
I feel that Evelyn always bakes enough that if Free Fingers decide to help themselves to things, it's not going to be a problem.
Okay, cool. Because Ashley's going to
That
try and
sounds
teach
like a
herself.
challenge.
Yeah.
I'm going to try and teach myself how to bake.
Oh no!
Awesome.
Yes. Oh yes.
I will have
Before we go into that, can I just say I caveat this by saying that should the need arise, Rock will wake up.
Are there any fantasy fire alarms in this house?
Nope. I would like you to make an insight check for me.
Okay. 22.
22. I think you're wise enough to steer clear of Evelyn's equipment.
Okay. Yeah, good.
I think you kind of like start going through the company and goes, no, that's definitely not, that's got a little EA on it, so we're going to not touch that, and we're not going to touch that, and we're not going to touch that. We're going to use the stuff that is general. But yeah, I will...
Yep.
I guess it's a sleight of hand or a performance check for cooking. And what are you trying to make?
Oh, fucking anything edible. I think maybe, are there any cookbooks in there?
Yeah, there's some cookbooks and things like that.
I think she'll sort of flick to literally any page that looks pleasant, irrespective of difficulty level. Like, it might be a fucking souffle or some shit, but she's still gonna be like, oh, looks nice.
Okay, I'm going to roll for a random on this one.
Souffle
Right,
definitely
cool.
needs eggs.
Yeah, souffle does that. Okay, so you land on this fruit tart that kind of has like sliced fruit kind of decorating over like a flan type
Stealthy vitamins.
yeah.
She can get some vitamins
We
in.
have an expectation versus reality shot at the
Me
end.
too.
Yes.
This is.
And then what Aisling actually
What's
managed
that?
to do.
What's that show? The one where they try and
Nailed
Nailed it.
Yeah, this is fantasy. Nailed it.
Yeah. Yep. That's the one.
Yeah. So I would like a sleight of hand or a performance check.
I kind of want this to go really wrong, though.
Yes.
Well, it didn't. God damn it.
You can substitute in your intelligence if you wish, because you are trying to follow an instruction.
That's a 23.
Wow.
Oh. So I'm going to give you this because it is your first time doing something like this from an instruction manual. It's not.
And I am a toddler making potions.
It's not perfect. It does come out a bit wonky,
Yeah.
but it is edible. It's actually really nice, and it
Does
looks.
Aisling lose any digits in the process?
No. You are amazed. It's almost like if you stop, slow down, and follow the instructions, things actually sometimes work.
Does she realize that, or is that what she should
I
realize?
feel like you might have learnt that lesson. Whether you hold on to it or not is another matter entirely.
She may have realised the lesson. I'm not sure learned it. That's optimistic.
Yeah.
There, you have this wonderful fruit flan that you have made.
Oh my god.
And I think this is Rock is possibly woken up with you proudly shaking him to show him.
Oh yeah, she'll be knocking on the door.
What? I was just resting. What?
Rock.
What?
Look! And I just
Did
hold
you
it
get
out.
that?
I made it!
Don't be ridiculous, actually. Where did you
Ah!
get it?
I did! I was just downstairs and no one was in the kitchen. Ha! And I found it in the book and I did it and look at it and it's fine. And I ate some and I didn't gag once.
That's a pretty low bar.
Are you? But you've tried some, yes?
Try some.
Wait, is it filled with cheese?
She tries to remember the recipe. No.
Well, give me a piece.
Okay. And I've got a piece and it's got like a fucking mound of cream and stuff next to it and it's just a disgrace.
Once you,
I know this isn't. You know, you're not that fast, but I'm really going to need a fork. I'm not eating this with my hands.
Oh, okay. Okay.
I mean, it's not far to the dining room, and you know that they keep some silverware in there.
She's scampering. She's dropping cream everywhere. It's happening. And she's come back with a fork.
poor people who work here. Rock's just going to very gingerly try the tiniest bit.
It's 22 good.
It's actually quite good, actually.
Right.
I have to say, I'm pleasantly surprised.
There's these things. There's these books with like words in that tell you how to do it. I didn't know that.
The recipe books.
Yeah, but I didn't know if you. I just thought it was like pretty pictures of things you can make. I didn't know that if you actually read it, right, the word bits, not the picture bits, then it like tells you how to do it in like a really good way.
My God, you really were raised in an orphanage, weren't you?
Yes. What's that? What? Why?
Because in normal homes, people know what a recipe book is. Those people who raised you in that orphanage should be shot. They've dreadfully neglected you.
I don't think that's true.
Oh no, certainly. A civilized person should know how to use a recipe book, for goodness sake.
But I thought that I didn't know that bit.
Well, now you do, and it's actually very good. I mean, it's a little lopsided, and the cream is a little much. To be fair, you don't need.
I gave you way less than I gave me.
Yeah, again, not really something you should compare, but yeah, you know what? Try and make it look like the photograph. So if they have like a little bit of cream, you just.
I did.
I'm not sure there was like a towering heap of cream next to it in the recipe book.
They didn't have room for it. The page is only so big.
Actually, no, you really are just making shit up.
Aisling,
What?
proud of you. More.
Mental high five.
No, more,
I
please.
won't say anything negative because it's actually very nice. It's really very pleasant, and I think I have to say for the first time I'm quite impressed.
I know.
Well, you know, if this adventuring thing doesn't work out, you may be able to get a job with Evelyn.
That's what I'm thinking. And it's actually not even that messy downstairs.
It's a pigsty. It's
Who's standing?
every yeah.
Great. It's fucking great.
I think
I've used every single utensil for no reason.
Giant mixing bowl just to put like a teaspoon of sugar in.
Yes. Yeah. Everything has been
Well,
used.
I tell you what, I'm probably not going to go down there because I just have a sneaking suspicion it's probably safer. If I
Don't.
But I'm sure it's perfectly disastrous. But you should make more of these. I'm sure everyone would love to try them.
Oh my god.
Not now, not right now. It's late.
Oh, what time is it?
But I don't know. But Eugene's not back yet, so they're obviously having a lovely evening.
there is a clock, and it's probably about 1:30 in the morning.
I got
So
time.
yeah, but I mean, I'm up now. I may as well wait and see what time they come back. Just to be sure they're safe.
Go to bed.
Go on fine.
No, don't stay. No,
But
let them
actually,
have
just
like
go.
one.
Eat your cake.
I'm already eating
Eat
my
your
cake.
cake. Eat your cake. Eat your cake.
Shh. Eat the cake.
Eat the cake. Add some more cream. Open up. There you go. More cream. Okay.
She's walking back down the hallway, her face full of cake, just like rock, go to bed.
I'm going. And Rock's just going to sit back in the chair again with his book.
So I think, Rock, you wake up quite early because Bordeus lets himself in through the front probably about 6 o'clock, 6:30. So he kind of gets the house started and moving before Kath does. Someone has come down and put a blanket over you. And you can smell baked goods through the house.
Like last night's baked goods or morning baked
Fresh
goods?
baked goods for the morning.
Oh, okay. I think Rock will immediately kind of get up and sort of quickly make sure he looks presentable and do what he needs to before going into
As soon as you stand up, all the creases in your clothes just drop out magically, and all the any dirt or crumbs that you had on them just kind of fall away.
Oh my god.
Now,
I need that IRL, but for dog hair.
oh my god, can you imagine how much easier would my life be? Anyway, well that's good, but I note to self still must remind Aisling, just because the clothes are tidy doesn't mean you don't have to bathe.
She's a wee bit grubby. She ain't stinky. The bag's stinky.
I just feel like Aisling's the sort of person who really enjoys a good old wash.
Yeah, like a scrubbity bubbity bubbly bath. She probably does still smell like soil though.
Yeah. And Rock's just going to go through, sort of very tentatively go to the kitchen and just kind of peer in to see what mood they're in, just in case.
Well, Evelyn is busy with like a fresh batch of small rolls and things like that, but she is whistling to herself. And Kath is definitely plodding around trying to prep breakfast stuff around. And it's kind of, they've clearly over the last few days, they've kind of got this dance down really well where they move around each other without disturbing what the other one is trying to do.
Morning. Morning.
Oh, morning, Rock. How you doing?
I'm very well, thank you. How's the kitchen?
Absolute chaos this morning. I won't ask. Kath just kind of.
Well, no, I must defend her. Aisling actually did a remarkably good job. She made a fruit flan, and it was very good. Well, it was good.
I think well, it seems that she definitely did a good job around the kitchen. Nothing was burnt or ruined, but I would appreciate if she cleaned up after herself afterwards.
You feel free to
Oh,
tell her that in
she
no uncertain
did.
terms.
She did. That's how bad it is once it was cleaned up.
But yes, it was actually very good. I think you've inspired her, Evelyn.
Oh, well, maybe I can give her a couple of recipes and show her a couple of things before we...
Yes, she's had a complete revelation discovering what a recipe is. But to be fair, it does make me question the previous things that she's made for us and how she decided on what proportions of ingredients went in. But you know what? I'm just not going to think about it too much.
There's a
If they
reason
fit in the bowl, then they go in.
There is a reason that Eugene and Rock are a little over cheese at this point.
And not just because the smell permeates every minute of our days. Yes, but anyway, but she did very well, so I was actually very impressed. Maybe a little heavy-handed on the cream, but you may want to stock up on cream. But yeah, I just wanted to grab some coffee. I'm going to go.
I will bring up some coffee in a minute, Master Rock.
All right.
Evelyn kind of picks up a bun. Think fast! And throws it at you.
What, coffee?
Bun. A bun.
Yeah.
Okay, good.
Evelyn just loved coffee at me.
Yes.
The dough didn't work. Let's move up to coffee.
Yeah.
You're resistant to burns, aren't you? Oh, that's a good idea. Yes, they smell very good. Ooh.
Right. Yeah, the kitchen. We need.
Are they your magic ones? Do they do anything?
Yes. You get 3 temporary hit points for them.
Nice.
In fact, all of you can get 3 temporary hit points from her special buns, which I'm guaranteed that one of you will eat at some point.
The roll was so good that me eating it gave all of us.
Whoa.
That's some powerful magic.
Yeah.
But I'm just going to go upstairs and sit myself down, wait for coffee, and make sure that I have, wherever I'm sitting, I have a view of the staircase to the front door.
So bad. Fucking leave them alone. Aisling will be in the dining room, by the way, which is where she spent the whole night.
She curled up under the dining table.
Yeah, she's like
around
made
Clementine.
like a den under the dining table of reading different recipe books.
God.
I think Rock gets a bit of a startle when Ashley. What?
Oh, God, what are you doing under the table? For God's sake, Aisling.
What are you doing over the table? What's your problem?
I'm sitting here like a normal person.
Overrated. She'll scramble out.
Oh my God! Just because you made a recipe does not mean you have to live in the dining room.
I want to make
You
a
have a
wedding cake
beautiful
next.
room that Eugene created for you.
I know. I was in there for a bit, but then I
Have
wanted
you-
to learn more stuff.
Have you checked it's still there?
What?
Well, don't tell me
It's
you
got to
don't
still
check.
be there.
You don't tell me you don't check every morning.
Why would you check every morning?
Because sometimes they go missing.
What, the whole room?
Yeah, you haven't got anything valuable in there, have you?
I got my frog.
Actually, Clementine's with you, so.
Oh, okay. Clementine's hanging out with me.
Clementine just,
No!
You're kind of tucked
I've got
under one arm, but you haven't even thought about it.
Like a giant orange pillow.
Good, well, I'm sure it's fine then.
Yeah.
I'm sure it's still there. I mean, yeah, I'm sure.
It's only stuff anyway, isn't it?
This big sticky tongue just laps out and grabs the last bit of Rock's roll.
He's a good little baby.
Please ask your lizard to at least ask before they steal my food.
They're a frog. Rock. Wish it amphibian, not a reptile.
You sure about that?
Learn your slimies.
You sure about that?
Yeah.
Ah, we're arguing already, says Campbell, coming into the room.
I thought you were going to say, says Clementine.
That is not the
Surprise!
voice I picture Clementine to have.
Wouldn't that be amazing
Plot
after like,
twist.
after like a year of having this frog and not say a word? Just have the frog suddenly go, "Oh, I see, we're arguing."
Oh, you're bloody off again, are you? I love it. That's now 100% Clementine's internal monologue.
Yeah, totally.
Uh,
Don't have arguing, Campbell. We were just talking about Ashling's lizard.
that's a frog, dear.
Is this
I can
right?
see that's a frog.
Well, I don't
Thank
know.
you.
It's got a tongue like a lizard. It's very odd. It's strange.
Oh my god.
Whatever, just
Clementine.
acknowledge it.
Puts Clementine
I
square on
will
the table.
Yeah, I will. She very gently kind of goes, I will continue my part in this conversation after I've had some coffee. And she very gently picks Clementine up and puts her on the floor. Very respectfully, but in a sort of, this thing is in the way of the thing that I want.
Aisling will put Clementine on the comfiest chair at the end of the table.
That's fine.
How long does Eugene and Gree lay in? And do they come down the main stairs or do they use one of the slides?
Nah. Privacy, not for you.
I think. I don't know. I tried thinking about this over the break. I'm not sure. I think they do try and sort of sneak down the stairs.
I think, if I may, with Ashling's passive perception, if she sees you try and sneak, can I try and distract Rock so you can get down peacefully?
Sure. Let's have a deception check versus Rock's insight.
Do I also need to roll a stealth check?
If you roll a stealth check. If you roll a certain number, you Aisling will get advantage.
Ooh, I got a 19.
Aisling can have advantage.
Hail Satan. Okay. I got 21.
It beat.
Yeah. It's not so far away that you're not aware that she's up to something, but you can't quite put your finger on it, and she definitely distracts you from the hallway as Gree and Eugene sneak past the door. I think you're both savvy enough to realise what Aisling has done for you.
Got you, babe.
Gree just goes.
Whilst Rock's trying to fish things out of his coffee that I just put in there, I'm just like,
For God, what are you doing, Ashley?
just wanted to see if it would melt.
It's a coffee. Don't mess with it. Get me another cup of coffee.
What kind?
A kind that doesn't have lumpy things floating in it.
Drop milk in it?
No, I'll do that myself. I don't
Drop
trust
sugar in
you.
it?
No, we're being
Drop
weird.
cream in it? Drop
No,
crumbs in it?
no.
She's sort of leaning over to see if you guys have got away yet. Drop froth milk in
Ashley, you're being really weird. Stop it.
Are you clear?
I think they're on the front step by this point.
Right, cool. I'll go get him some fucking random bit of coffee.
But Eugene, you do hear in your head, because someone just rolled a natural 20, both you and Gree hear, it's lovely to see you both this morning, looking so chipper.
I think Eugene just kind of goes a deep purple and like shares a look with Gree, and it's like,
I don't think she'll tell on us. Export
I
it
hope
from us later, but I don't think she'll tell on us.
yeah, hopefully.
Well, I had an amazing evening.
Yeah, me too.
I'll probably see you in a few hours anyway, but have a lovely breakfast. And he just gently leans in. And
Yeah, he definitely gives him a kiss.
Yeah. have a nice gentle smooch on the porch.
Calm down, Rock.
And then he really slowly and quietly closes the door And then he like thinks about it for a second, and then he's like, "Oh, and then he'll teleport himself back up to the top of the stairs and like come down the stairs like quite like not over the top loudly, but like loud enough, like make it clear that he's just come down the stairs."
I'm going to make you roll a
Amazing.
performance check just for that. I think that's only fair.
It's a 12.
It's a 12. I don't know what's Rock's passive insight.
Oh, my passive insight or perception? Oh, it's the same thing. 13.
Ooh,
Not quite.
so close.
Eugene is putting on a little show coming down the stairs. And as a natural performer, you're like, I know when someone's pretending.
Okay.
He just comes in and doesn't really say too much. Just kind of.
Morning,
gets
Eugene.
a coffee. Oh, morning. How is
Morning.
everyone?
Oh, good. Aisling was baking last night.
I made something.
God, is
that
the kitchen
tastes
still there?
all right.
No, it was actually really good.
Oh,
Oh, really? She
Look, I left you a bit, and there's a plate with like.
wow! I was going to ask if you saved me some, but you didn't
Yeah.
actually.
followed the recipe. You've heard of recipes, right?
But yes, who hasn't heard of recipes?
I'm just going to do that.
Oh, right. Yeah, not everyone's heard of recipes, Rock. We don't all grow up in the Empire.
We're not all
You realise you heard
privileged
both
kids,
parts of
Rock,
that conversation, right? Ashling's right here.
with a passive insight of 18.
Yeah, I think you pick up on that one.
Anyway, that's something.
Anyway, I can't wait to try it. Probably not for breakfast. That's quite a lot of
There's
cream.
fruit in it.
It's quite a lot of cream first thing in the
No,
morning.
have it now.
Try like a little bit.
Come on.
There's fruit in it. There's fruit in it. It's just good for you.
Okay. And he will try some.
As soon as he takes a bite, Rock's going to go, so, how was your date?
Oh, for fuck's sake.
I think he almost spits it back out again.
Can I kick Rock under the table, please? With my coat legs.
I don't think that you even worry about trying to keep it subtle, do you?
No,
Oh, I
no.
do.
Why would I?
I don't think you managed to kick Rock. By now, he's fully savvy enough to know you're going to try and kick him.
Oh
for
yeah,
saying
you would
that.
have moved your legs already, wouldn't you? Bastard.
Yeah, it was nice. Thanks.
That's it?
Well, you asked how it was. It was nice.
Where did you go?
Oh, we went to this really cool restaurant that Aisling, I'm really sorry that I went there without you, but I promise I will take you as soon as we have a chance.
Why? What is it?
So it's called the Tipsy Kobold, and
I love it.
it's a restaurant run by kobolds, and it was kind of insane actually.
Oh my
but
god.
the food was delicious, but you'd love it.
I heard that's very good.
And hey, guess who I saw there?
Who?
Kip Kip.
Who's that?
You know, the king of the well, ex-king of the kobolds. I think
is
it's
that-
still the cabbage.
Well, oh god, is Aisling being usurped?
What the fuck?
Has there been a coup, Aisling, in your absence?
I'll leave him alone for 2 minutes. Right,
Yeah.
new priority,
I
guys.
don't technically
New
think
priority.
that you ever were officially. You know what? Doesn't matter. It's fine. I don't.
What's your
have
AC
to
again,
point
Eugene?
out.
Aren't kobolds highly democratic?
Are they?
Highly strung.
Well, there's that
Yeah.
too, aren't they? But the ones in the Empire that I know of have a even though they have lords and kings or queens or whatever they want, they're elected, like properly democratically elected. Like
Just
one
not
kobold,
always
one vote,
like-
sort of thing.
Conventional means.
Yes. Chaotic means, but
Right, we are running an
That sounds
election
fun, really.
campaign. We're now doing a campaign. Eugene, you're on posters. Rock, you're on PR. We're not doing this other mission anymore. I need to become president of the kobolds.
Tell you
That's
what,
all right.
let's work our way up to that. Well, that sounds like a lovely evening, Eugene.
Yeah, it was nice.
Late? Get back late, did you?
No, not really.
No, we were up. Ashley was making plans till 1:30 and I didn't see you pop in.
Yeah, he was trying to fucking spy on you guys.
I was not spying. I was sitting reading my
You
book.
were.
There.
You were sitting there like a judgy little owl.
I was not judging. I was just making sure that they got back in time, and I looked nothing like an owl.
Did. You had big tired eyes, but you were trying to stay awake.
I wasn't trying to stay awake. I was just reading my book, and while I was
Didn't
up,
do a
I
very good
thought-
job because when I came to check on you, you were asleep.
I was resting. I wanted to make sure that they got home safely. You know, it's dangerous out there.
You must have just missed
Fine.
us. I think Eugene's now trying to wrap up this conversation before his mum comes down for breakfast.
Oh yeah.
I think Rock's fully aware of that.
Evelyn is coming in with a tray of buns at this point. Morning, Eugene. How's the boy?
Yep, he's fine. Last I saw him.
What do you mean last you saw him? When did you last see him?
Yesterday,
Did
obviously.
you leave him at the restaurant?
No.
Last I saw him, he was fine. He was dangling from a rope. It's all okay,
That's
right?
right.
Well, I don't know. I don't keep tabs on his every movement.
All right. No need to be defensive.
Evelyn sort of sits down next to you and just kind of nudges you. No, but seriously, what time did you get home?
Why does everyone care so much?
Because I want to know if it was a good date before Mum comes down and asks inappropriate questions.
It was a good date, everyone, okay?
Oh, poor little Eugene.
It was a good date. We went to the restaurant. We there was a lot going on. We ate some nice food. We had wine. He walked me home. It was great. Everything was fine. Please stop asking.
Bun.
Thanks.
Aww.
I think the Rock's going to let there be like a really awkward silence for a few seconds after that. And then Rock's just going to go, but I'm glad. I'm glad you were to not leave.
Oh, which reminds me, Rock, your friend Loot said that you would need to go and pick up your armour today.
Oh, yes, I must get my armor.
And my stuff.
Oh, and your staff. Yes, he was going to fix that, wasn't he? Oh, I wonder what it does. Do we know what it does yet? I can't remember.
Ooh, it's exciting.
Oh, maybe it makes sort of. Oh, maybe it's a wand of pyrotechnics.
It's a lot of effort for a wand of pyrotechnics.
I know.
Yeah.
I mean, Eugene knows it's not going to be that, but he's also like really hoping it's not.
I mean, those are great. I mean, what could go wrong using those?
Fancy.
Everybody just kind of looks at Michelle for a second and then goes back to the game. Oh, cool. Well, yes, he's very nice. I like Loot. Very charming man.
Yes, as I say, it's good that Evelyn, if you take that store, that he's going to be nearby. I think that'd be great.
Oh no, I liked him. I said that I would pop him over some buns to try today. So
Well, I mean, we can all go together if we're going to collect things.
what is it? Mum said buns for the guns.
That's such a mum thing to say.
What does that mean?
Nothing. Don't worry.
Who's buying guns? Never mind, just give me some more coffee.
Campbell just pours you a cup and passes it over.
I'm just glad the conversation's moved on from.
Yeah.
Speaking of which, Eugene, once we've got our things, what is the plan? When are we planning to head out?
Oh, I'm not sure. Did you not organise when you're leaving yet?
Organise.
Well, we had to talk. Don't be ridiculous. We've got to speak to the crew, I believe, haven't we?
Crew
Yeah, aren't we
should
waiting
be
for the crew to get back
arriving
from something?
today.
Oh, good. I hope they've made some money. Just these outfits being expensive.
I was going to. Well, I need to speak with my mum first, but I was going to send a message to Valindra, to Zadia, to tell her that we would be coming, that I would be taking her up on her invitation.
Oh yes, that would be good. Oh, we're going first to Ashling's temple, right?
Yeah, to like check on it.
Yeah. Good. Okay, well, that still doesn't answer when we're leaving, but if the crew's getting back today, then I guess tomorrow?
Yeah, or like this evening.
But yes, unless anyone's got a date.
If I might suggest, if your crew have just got back from Daklan, it might be nice to let them have at least one evening on the city.
Fine.
They all want to go to the Tipsy Kobold.
Yeah. They're gonna want to fucking unionize next. What's this nonsense?
Fable's mum lives there.
Good. Well, then we can just do the collection today, and then we can make a plan to head off tomorrow, I guess. If everyone else agrees.
Well, I have.
Yeah.
Well, that sounds wonderful. It means I get to spend one more day with my brother before he heads off, and I have one more piece of business to do with Rebecca today, and then I can organise my flight home.
Oh, I thought you moved in.
Oh no, I'm only here to make sure you're up on your feet, and you're quite clearly back to your normal self, giving poor Eugene a hard time. So
I'm getting there. I'm recovering. I'm almost there.
would you like me to
Is that going to
stay
be a
longer?
consistent thing?
Well, there's no point in staying longer if we've left.
Oh dear. And she kind of looks at Aisling and Eugene because I'm sorry, you're going to have to put up with this for a while, aren't you? But do make sure you take care of him.
That's the plan.
It's her fault. She made me like this.
I'm the younger sibling, may I point out. You were
Exactly.
you were like this when I arrived.
I was perfectly normal until you arrived. Anyway, so when you're all ready, we can go to Lutz and get things. I want to see what Eugene's staff does.
Me too.
Awesome. So you guys finish up your breakfast and wander up the street to towards where Luke's shop is. And it's about this time that I think Evelyn, your mum eventually comes down, and I think her and Evelyn prep, and your mum is kind of looking over some papers that she's picked up. We're going to look at the contract on the bakery today. So once you finish with Luke's shop, if you want to pop past again, that will be there most of the morning. And then, where did you want to go, Evelyn? I want to have a look in the merchants district to see if I can get some, like a new oven and stuff like that for it. Yes, but we'll be.
At some point, I think Aisling would have bragged about her baking prowess.
Oh, I feel like Evelyn has a little bit of it, and it kind of is really complimentary. Yes. Has a couple of pointers to help, kind of, but
Amazing.
not in a sort of. Very similar to Eugene, actually. Is like it's really nice, like all the really strong, like reinforcing all the strong good bits, and then kind of going. But what we can do is we can lift this up here, and it'll get that little fluffy element you're looking for.
Didn't quite get a Hollywood handshake, but
No.
it's still pretty good.
Yeah. I mean, she's very discerning about her baking. So
Just for everyone, that's a bake-off recipe, not a euphemism.
What?
Depends on what rumours you listen to, really. Yeah. So, and I think Evelyn actually gives you some not too simple, but some good base recipes to kind of get going on in practice and stuff.
Not too simple. How to fry an egg.
I was just gonna say,
How to boil porter.
glass of milk. How to make?
Yeah. Amazing.
Chris,
Yes.
one quick question. Would I know, I assume I would, but would I know how to get hold of the river rats?
Yeah, Mia gave you a messenger bird,
Oh, yes.
which you can send, and you know 4 or 5 members of the river rats. So
I am going to send a message to Mia and just send the bird back and just say, we haven't had a chance to investigate the baby-faced demons. What a great sentence.
But I'm sure it's fine. Okay, bye.
Yeah, everything's good.
we think you've got it. Good luck.
Yeah.
XOXO.
Yeah, we're leaving tomorrow, so you're gonna have to deal with the funny stuff.
We haven't had a chance. We've had to go clothes shopping.
Eugene had a date.
Yes, Ashley
Sorry
baked.
about the fire. We had to go to New Look.
Ashley baked. It's all been go here. No, just so we haven't had a chance to look into it yet. Have there been any more sightings, or do you have any updates? And I'll just send that.
Cool. You finish it off, and then you remember that you need to be on the same plane of existence. So you open the front door and hold it outside and watch it.
Oh yes, because we're in a demi-plane. Okay.
It
I think Rob probably just holds it up and is like, it's broken. But it's not going anywhere. Let's go.
Try turning it off and on again.
So it's supposed to go. Sorry. Just going to walk to the front.
as soon as you put your hand out, it folds into a like a sparrow, and then just flits off a little brown paper sparrow.
So cool.
Cool.
Cool. Belindra and Evelyn get their stuff sorted out. Cambor helps them with a couple of bags, and they wait for you. And all 6 of you make your way out at the same time.
Poor Luke. Like, hi, I've just brought everyone.
Yep.
But they kind of get as far as the new bakery, and then Campbell politely makes her goodbyes and then heads off up towards the citadel.
Before she goes, she's going to hear in her head, Rock's just going to say, before you go, well, this evening, obviously, before we head our separate ways, I would like to have another chat about things.
Anytime, I'm here at your leisure, brother.
Good. I'm going to go and buy some great armor now. Bye.
Say hello to Loot for me.
Say hello
Oh,
yourself.
he will.
Valindra and Evelyn stay at the bakery. The dwarven city born that you met before with the funny fluffy sideburns and the squeaky voice arrives, and kind of is shocked that there's so many of you, but is quickly kind of recovers, and they start talking through contracts and purchase and things.
Before we leave them alone, I am just going to brandish the badge and just go, remember our conversation. I wouldn't want anything to go wrong with this deal.
Roll me an intimidation check,
Oh, shoot.
because I feel like that's Rock's intent here.
Yeah.
Is there any way to aid where I can just lean around and go, yeah,
Go show him your new guns.
yeah. Sun's out, guns out. Except it's snowing.
Oh, that's very good. 25.
Sorry, how many?
25.
Nice.
I rolled a
Yeah.
19. And I've got a plus
25. He gulps. Well, of course, sir. I'm doing everything I can within the limits of the law to be able to make this as smooth and beneficial to everybody involved.
Of course you are. Good. Good. Well, enjoy it.
Oh, Rock. Evelyn kind of runs over to a small container. Can you give these to Loot and the kobolds?
Perhaps. What's in them?
Buns like the ones you had this morning.
Oh, Super. How many?
Enough for you to grab one each.
Nice.
I'm so glad you're staying. Right, come on then.
Aw.
You kind of, Valindra is very gently guiding this poor shaking dwarf inside. No, dear, they would all be fine.
Good cop, bad cop.
With this kind of look over the shoulder, which Eugene, you've seen her use before on merchants on the twins, the sort of thing where they end up giving her pretty much anything she wants without really knowing how they got there.
Yeah, she'll be fine.
And for you,
God, that is quite remarkable, you know.
Yeah. No.
You and your father, like, happy?
I mean, she did leave her entire family and heritage behind to be with him, so
Yo.
I think they're pretty solid.
That's a fair point.
Yo.
I mean, he's not around much, so
Daddy Perv, more like Daddy Rock.
Keep in your pants, bro. Your new fancy pants.
Anyway, before Eugene has an actual heart attack imagining Rock as his stepfather.
Oh my god!
yeah. Moving on. Let's move on, shall we?
Yeah, let's do that.
You trudge up the street through the snow. There's a number of snow humanoids been made along the side.
Snow humanoids.
By the way, I will offer my arm to Aisling anytime she has sort of slipping danger with her boots on this.
Most of the time.
Dear. Yep, you make it up. It's not too much of a problem, to be fair. It's very well, because it's a well-trod street. They've kind of salted and made sure they cleared it, snow and ice where they need to. There are kids running back and forth, shouting and screaming and throwing snow at each other, as you would expect. It's probably the liveliest you've seen this street, but that kind of makes sense. You find the familiar alley and make your way into Loot Shop, which has... The door is open and is clearly ventilating some smoke of some kind.
I hope that's not from your wand. Your staff.
Yes. And there is a kind of slightly singed looking fire sitting outside, grinning from ear to ear, with a small metal object which they are polishing.
What can I ask Fire? Like, what did you do? What happened?
I made a ring of cold resistance.
And everything's burnt.
And I might have exploded some of the materials doing it, but it was awesome. There was like green sparks and purple sparks, and then there was like this ice sheath came right away through. Luke's not very happy about that. Maybe don't mention that one. So I've been.
Can I high five Fire before I go back into the shop, please?
Fire is all up for that.
Yeah.
You head inside and you can see Loot is trying to put things back on shelves. And Spit has got a mop that's way too big for him, and he's kind of holding it at the bottom, like trying to clean up what looks like melted ice on the floor.
Morning.
Oh, good morning.
Quiet morning here then?
Oh, ever so relaxing. Nothing, absolutely nothing ever happens here at this time in the morning. At Spit, all you're doing is moving the ice around the floor. Can you actually bring the mop out? Thank you. He gets down. How are we all? Met your sister, lovely, and your mother, wonderful women, really lovely, kind people. And you're lovely to see your sister again as well, Rock.
Oh yes, well they did say they say hi, and yes, I told Eugene's mother and his sister that you would look out for them if they moved into the neighborhood.
If she keeps bringing buns around like that, then she's got a friend for me for life.
Whoa.
I
Although,
think there's just a pause while Rock is genuinely considering whether she keep the buns or just keep them.
Yeah.
Yes, they did send some buns.
amazing. And I will absolutely make sure when she's ready out and up and running that the locals all know about it so that they can give her a nice boost to start with.
That would be lovely. I was just joking, but I think it would be nice for her to have at least a friendly face that they know when Evelyn moves into the place, if it goes ahead.
So, yeah, absolutely no problem. So, I imagine the two of you are here to see progress on your respective magical items, right?
Yes, please.
Yes.
So, I have some good news and some bad news for you, young Eugene. I'm sorry. The good news is I now know roughly what the staff does entirely. And I feel like someone deliberately put it in your way. This
How so?
is a summoner's staff.
Ooh.
When it's complete, it will make your ability to summon and hold concentration on summoning spells a lot easier.
Ooh.
The problem is, I am presently missing one material. I need a manticore's whisker for the heart of the shaft. And they're not easy to come by. But I have put out feelers, and I am confident that somebody will come back with something soon. Tythix said that he has somebody who's heading back to Forest of Malwind, and I think there's a manticore nest somewhere in there, so they're gonna ask if there's anything that they can.
Oh, I'm sure they'll be up for that.
But yeah, we'll see. It just means
I don't know why when you said that I immediately started looking through my inventory. Like I wouldn't remember if I had a manticore.
Ta-da! It just so happened we fought a manticore.
Literally, I was just paging through it. I'm like, I would remember if I had a manticore.
If you'd met a manticore.
Plucked a whisker out of their face.
No, so I apologize for the delay, but at least I am very, very excited about what this is going to do for you when we get it completed.
Yeah, that sounds awesome.
Do we need to pay you anything extra for the extra?
Oh no, I will sort out the final cost when we have it, and we'll figure out what we need to do for that. That's no problem. Now,
And when do you think you'll have that?
I can't really say. Could be at least a couple of weeks though, until I hear back as to what we are going to need to do for that. In your travels, you do happen to fight a manticore or pluck a whisker from one. That would be really helpful. You need one of the ones from the around the edge of the ears. They tend to be a bit longer and a bit stronger.
But a specific
Good to know.
whisker. Okay.
Oh, any of them will work. I just think that it's less likely to fail in crafting if I have a stronger material.
Fair enough. Well, to be fair, that would be a great way to celebrate, because when we come back, Eugene will be a super wizard, so then we...
Yeah.
Well, yeah, if I don't fail.
You would fail, that'd be
Won't
ridiculous.
fail.
Hey, Eugene, even if you fail, it doesn't matter. You learn from that, and you can go at it again when you're ready.
Yeah, I suppose.
He's not going to fail.
He's not gonna fail. He's one of the smartest young men I know.
Okay, don't get ridiculous, but he's not going to
Wow.
fail.
Inflate his ego. Right. As to you, Master Iskarok, do you want to take your clothes off here, or should we go somewhere private?
Oh!
But could have a drink first, I would think.
Your armor
Besides,
is...
the armor goes over this outfit, so yes.
I am joking, of course.
Of
But
course, yes.
But we do need to make sure we do the last pieces of fitting, and then you are good to go, sir.
Wonderful. I feel like I'm going to need it if I'm going to try and hit people with a sword.
Big sword.
Big Sword, how have you been practicing with that yet?
No, I haven't.
You might want to get on that, but that's okay. So he takes you off to one side and he calls for Spit and Fire, who both come in. Spit actually still holding the mop, which is dripping, and nearly hits Ashling with it as he runs past.
Legend.
Just mop down, then Spit.
Oh, for goodness sake, I'm going to use my mage hand to just literally just wash the water out.
Oh my god.
There you go, all done.
Thank you.
It's like patting down Eugene all over again.
That was necessary and for his own good.
Could you go and get me the new dark armor that we finished building yesterday? The two kobolds. Well, Spit snaps to attention. Fire grins with pride and excitement, and the two of them disappear out. And in a few seconds, they come back with this large mannequin that is covered with the half plate that you've seen, but it has been altered in places. You can see little gold flourishes and runes, and just as the light still seems to be slightly absorbed by it, but every so slightly, when it kind of, as it twists, you can almost see like these iridescent runes somewhere else, just beneath the surface.
Well, that looks amazing.
I managed to get the stealth element in that you wanted as well, so this will not make noise when you wear it, and it should give you some additional defense. Also,
That's very handy.
Also, there's a little surprise in there. Just a thank you for being a great customer and to keep you safe out there.
It's his number. Do you like me? Y/N.
Between the kobolds and Luke, they manage to they start moving the pieces of the armor off, and they show you how to put it on properly. You know most of this, but there's just some elements to it that he kind of wants to double check with you. You can, if you can pay another 300 for this for the enchantment, that would be great. But this is Dawn's Whisper.
Dawn's Whisper.
Yep. Which, if you look up in your equipment, you should be able to add.
Bye-bye.
This
Cool,
set,
I should, yes, pay them the money.
this set of half-plate armor is made of a deep black metal that seems to absorb light that hits it. Despite the heavy and very solid nature of this armor, it barely makes a whisper as the wearer moves in it. Gives you +2 to AC while wearing the armor. If you are hit with an attack or an effect that causes radiant damage, you may roll 2d6 and reduce the damage by the number rolled.
Decent.
Nice.
And also does not cause disadvantage when it moves.
That's wonderful. Thank you very much. That is even better than I'd hoped. That's wonderful.
My pleasure. Well, you can make it up for me by taking me out for a drink.
I will indeed take you for a drink.
Yes.
I haven't forgotten. We've just had quite a lot going on.
No, it's fine. You've had family visiting and someone has been recovering from being dead.
Yeah, that sentence is still weird, but yes, I have been. But I'm perfectly fine now. Well, we're heading off tomorrow, but when we come back, perhaps we could make a plan.
I look forward to it.
Wonderful.
Right, well,
Try not to let the kobold kill you before then.
they're going to have to get up earlier in the morning to do that.
I wouldn't put it past them, so just, yeah.
I think they're more likely to kill themselves first, to be fair.
If Yes, but they might burn down the city in the process. Anyway, but thank you. The armor is really good, and it's. I do appreciate the speed with which you've done it.
It suits you.
Thanks.
Eugene, I'll keep you updated as soon as we have more information. I want to get this staff out for you. I'm excited. I'm really excited. This is a unique item to get your hands on, and I can't wait to put it in yours.
Thank you for all the work you're doing on it. I'm sorry, it sounds like it's been a bit of a...
Challenges make us better, right?
Yeah, or just throw up.
We're going to
Oh, that was so good.
One and a half dozen the other. It's fine.
Oh my god, there's the motivational poster that I need.
Oh, challenges
Here.
make you throw up.
Well, it kind of reaches over the counter and pulls out some of the strange candy that he gets in for the kids, and throws it to you, which you catch kind of in your normal way. If you do feel like you're going to throw up, have a suck on one of those.
Thank you.
Out the gutter. Out the gutter.
What are they?
They are just a simple candy that changes flavor, but the distracting factor of it can take your mind off of nausea.
Oh.
Thanks. And he puts them in his pocket.
Right. I have 2 kobolds to wrangle and a shop to get back to.
Wait.
What?
Can I see if there's any hoof-sized snow boots anywhere, please?
Yeah, what a commonplace item. They're sure to have those just lying around.
And even if there's just normal foot-sized ones,
Okay.
chop them up
this.
and
I like
turn
this.
them into hoof-sized ones.
Can't we just put like a rubber sole on your hoofs?
Nope. It's too simple.
Kitten mittens.
Kitten mittens! Yeah, got some original kitten mittens.
We've got some satyr wellies.
He grins at you. Why, yes, I have just the thing for you.
What? No, you
Really?
don't. You're ridiculous.
I do.
Oh,
They
God.
come in very. Then, as soon as the snow falls, I start making these. They become very popular.
Uh-huh.
He kind of goes behind a counter and he pulls out these wonderful, fluffy boots with soft leather outside and just kind of loosely strung together. These are boots of the Winterlands. They are 500 gold pieces. I will let them go for 450 for you. They will make ice and snow less of a problem and keep you toasty warm.
Oh my god. Does it come in? What colours do they come in?
If you give me half an hour, any color you wish.
We're not going anywhere, are we?
No, we have half an hour. We can go and grab a drink or something.
Okay. Let me consult what my new outfit looks like to see if I can work out what colour. Can I get them orange, but can I have them with little frog faces on the front?
Sure, I think that's doable.
I'm going to use Spider Illusion and just do a little picture of Clementine so you can see.
Like, you know, the ones where the eyes like poke out a little bit?
Chris is very aware.
Yeah, you know.
Yep. So you want them in your bright this kind of orange, and you kind of.
I'll point to the little scarfy thing that I've got
Yeah.
around my waist.
That's no problem. Come back in about 15 minutes, 20 minutes. I should be done by then.
I'm just going to mail.
Champion.
I'm so sorry.
The customer is always the customer.
Can't
She
just bring
can
it back.
see you apologise on behalf of her, and she will like flick you as she walks past.
I'm well aware.
We won't roleplay you waiting. I think you come back about 20 minutes later, and
I think what I would say, though, what I would like to do, if it's all right, is when we go out, I'm just going to say, well, I thought rather than going for a drink, as it's been a little bit disappointing because Eugene has got his staff today. I thought we should go around the corner and get some ice cream.
Yeah, let's take this out for ice cream.
Oh my god!
So I'm going to take us for ice cream.
Oh, yay!
There is a very bemused. There's a very hopeful looking Goliath who has a little ice cream stall around the corner.
Have they got a little hat?
They have a little hat, and they have lots of different flavors of shaved ice. And I think that they're very to Goliaths. This weather is clement, so they haven't quite worked out. Not the brightest spark, bless them. Haven't quite worked out that they probably need to swap to something a bit warmer this time of the year for most of the population.
Ice cream for us.
But I'm gonna say this. One of my favorite things is eating ice cream in the snow. It's a weird thing. I just absolutely adore it. So
Love it.
yeah, but they are so happy to see all of you, and they are super generous with their coins. It costs you just 2 silver
For all of us or each?
for all of you.
Oh,
I will pay for everybody's stuff
Ah,
while we wait for Ashling's common boots.
And there are lots of fruit flavors, and there's one that's been made with like a chocolate syrup. It's kind of been mixed into the ice there as
there a
well.
popping candy one?
There is a popping candy one.
Noise.
Um, There's also one that has been made with kobold spit, which
Oh, fuck.
changes color as he scoops it.
I'll have that one.
I thought you might.
You've done a Manny fetch my lolly kind of Burner Black situation, right?
Yes.
Yeah.
Oh, crazy. What flavor does Eugene go for?
I think Eugene will have popping candy.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Two of you walking along on the front in front of Rock going,
Yeah, the side of rock, like,
Yeah.
right next to him.
Rox was quietly walking along going, I regret my choices.
This is full, just like Rooney saying in the chat, dad energy. 2 idiot kids making noise. You're having wine ice cream.
At 10 a.m.
At 10
10 a.m.
Yeah. Oh, God.
Amazing. You pick up the boots, and so you can add those to your inventory if you haven't done so already, Charlie.
Ooh.
Boots of the Winterlands.
Thank you.
Just be aware of your attunements.
Yup.
So you are making your way back to. Well, I'm talking for you. What are you going to do? Do you want to go for a walk at the moment, or do you want to head back to the bakery as it's going to be, or?
I think we said we'd head back to the bakery, didn't we?
Mm-hmm.
As you are heading back to the bakery, you notice that there is someone trying to get your attention again quietly. And I think all 3 of you notice Mia kind of like peering out of you from alleyways, which I think for everybody other than Aisling is fine. For Aisling, it's probably a minor flashback because it was Mia that kidnapped you the first time, even if it wasn't their fault.
I tell you what, why don't you wait here? I'm just going to check in about those sightings that I mentioned.
Let's just stay here.
I'll go and see what Mia has to say.
So they kind of smile in that kind of warm way that they do. Yes, we might have a problem.
Fine. Why?
They are closer to this district, and I think some tin hats may have seen them. I don't think that they are well equipped enough to take care of it. They could probably do with our help.
Okay. Right. Let me. Do you mean like now?
Otherwise, people might die.
Okay. Yeah, we don't want that. Good. Thanks for that. You should probably lead with that. Anyway, I'm
Uh-huh.
just going to grab the others.
Matter of urgency.
Yeah.
So I'm just going to go over to Eugene and Ashley and just go, I'm terribly sorry, but we may have to finish the ice creams as we're walking towards these weird baby-faced demons. Mia says that there is imminent danger that they could hurt someone and may need to help.
Oh,
I mean, they did.
ice cream.
Well, we can finish it before we get there.
Ashling scoffs it whole and regrets it.
And they get brain freeze.
Roll a con save.
I was gonna fucking say.
And I'm going to roll con save for poor Alabaster, who's just been subjected.
I got a 19. What did
Okay.
Alabaster get?
You just lost all your warlock powers for the next half an hour. No, I'm joking. I'm
No!
joking.
Okay, good.
Wow.
I need them! I need them!
Alabaster's just shut down. It's like,
God damn it, Alabaster.
like that cat meme.
Yeah!
I mean, they did give us the badges for the city protection and everything. We should probably have a look.
Oh, yeah, of course we should. If people are about to die.
Oh, yeah.
Okay,
we
let's
did
go.
say that. Okay.
Oh,
Ashling, you all right?
Yes,
yeah.
no, we're
Your
not.
face has got
That
a
was
bit droopy.
horrible. Don't ever do that again.
shut your wuss.
He repeats the sensation in your brain.
Ah!
Okay, stop being ridiculous. Come on. Stop pulling faces.
Okay. She like manually scrunches her face back.
Mia kind of joins you and the four of you. I think they catch wind of Ashling's general sort of slightly nervousness, and I think they stand the other side of rock just to kind of give you a bit of
Smart.
space. They
Actually, as soon as I feel that, I was going, it's not you. It's just you and an alleyway is kind of bringing back a little,
It's
anyway.
a bad combo.
I completely understand. I mean, I wasn't myself, but I completely
Oh, no, it
appreciate
won't.
that it would probably feel slightly unusual.
Yeah, Ashling will lean round and be like, "Yeah, it's no shade or anything. It's just like, you know." I'm just gonna
Also, if it makes
say
you
it.
feel better, someone else kidnapped Ashling when she went down an alleyway, so
Yes, sucks.
it's not just you.
Oh wow, you must have a real complex about alleyways.
Weird that, huh?
Mhm.
Sorry, I contributed to that.
Yeah, I know it's not your fault or anything, but like, I'm just gonna say.
Hey, rumor is you killed Cotton.
Yeah.
Thank you for that. Not gonna lie,
Right.
probably shouldn't encourage people to kill other people, but
He's a bit of a twat though.
I mean,
yeah,
we did
I
try
mean,
not to kill him, but he kind of
well,
kept
he's
coming.
definitely the reason I am the way I am now, and he's the reason that I kidnapped you.
Yes, but he was involved with some very shady things.
No,
But we have since
real-
discovered that he does have some people who looked up to him. So, I guess everybody has their backstory, so to speak.
Wow. Well, I mean, he can't have always been such an evil arse, can he?
Nah. Anyway, moving on.
Yeah, anyway, we should probably go, babyface demon.
Yeah.
Oh, let's not say it anymore.
They are leading you down into the broader district of the merchants' quarter. The streets are very busy. People are moving about. I think you guys are getting close when you hear a scream.
Oh, good.
Blood-curdling scream.
Wonderful.
And you all instantaneously pick up the pace, wandering around into a very familiar crossroads. The place where you found the first body when you investigated.
The one that Rock poked with his sword.
Tried to flip with his sword.
Yeah.
I was being hygienic.
All look to one another. The streets are cleared. There's a lot of... well, make a survival check for me, please. Or
All of
an
us.
investigation.
22.
22.
Oh, 8.
23.
22.
You didn't say investigation, right?
Investigation or survival. I think Aisling and Eugene, you can see that people have like the indentations on the snow and the direction kind of indicate that they all ran away from this area, which is what the scream and scurrying you heard was. There is a single body of an armed guard with his head removed in the center of the street. As you rush towards to see if there's any other clue, you feel a shift and a shimmer, and one of the Meragon appears before you. Box bearer, shadow, server, we will kill you and take our contract.
Look, we really don't have time for this. We've got important things to do.
Yes!
Another one appears off to your left.
Ah.
Another one right, and you all hear the scuff of metal against cobblestones behind you. The four of you are surrounded. And that's where we're going to leave it today.
Excellent!
I liked it better when we were having ice cream.
Yeah, why can't we have ice cream and dates and weird restaurants?
Oh boy.
Oh dear. The Meragon are back.
Fuck my life.
They're horrid.
They really are.
So unpleasant.
But did you really think it was over? Did you?
No,
Did you
it has
think
been
I'd
too
forgotten?
peaceful for too many sessions now.
Eugene, what if we just give them a
Cool, I guess. Let me go through my backup characters. Hold on.
It's not like you don't have some, Charlie.
I have like
many,
20.
many.
Hey, like, we do have a trend that characters change majorly after we update something, so be careful what you say, guys.
No, we'll all be fine.
We'll be fine. We will pick up with this combat next session, which I'm sure everyone is highly delighted for.
I mean, it's about time we have some combat, I guess.
Actually,
Yeah, I've got new spells to cast.
Exactly.
I've got new wellies.
I got a big fuck off sword.
You've got whole new stuff to learn on to play. What I will say, actually, for Rock, as these things manifested, you got this horrible sense of like sulfurous smell assail your senses. Because that's something you can do now. Right. Well, lovely people. We're going to end slightly earlier than we normally do. Just a few minutes or
It's
so.
only a few minutes.
Yeah, exactly. Because I would like to pick up on that fresh.
yeah.
This has been a lot of fun. Some really lovely roleplay moments. Thank you to my amazing cast for all their wonderful stories and just saying yes and in all the right ways. It's so much fun.
Usually like that, yes, and?
Do I want to sneak combat into a 6 minutes? I don't feel
I cast Fireball.
Cast
Speed
Fireball.
run. Speed run. Let's go.
Fifth level
Yeah.
Fireball. They're all within range. Let's just get this over.
I mean, probably
We're
not
also
quite.
in range.
I was gonna say if you hit you as well.
Hey, we brought Rock back from the dead. Do it again.
Yeah, great.
So we'll pick up on this next week with, and we'll see how this all plays out. I am going to start with Charlie this week, if you don't mind.
All my stuff is at charlievince.com. That's got links to my Instagram and my portfolio and my shop and all that other stuff. There's slots for custom character art if anyone wants any. You saw some of it today if you were here for when that popped up.
And
if you
check
want
out our
something like that,
socials.
yeah, oh yeah, because you guys are going to post it later on. So yeah,
Yep, we
if you
will
want
post
any
it
of that-
tomorrow, I think.
for your characters, then there's slots there. And yeah, I'm pretty much only on Instagram now because everything sucks. So yeah, that's me. Hi mum, love you mum. It was so cool seeing you pop up in the chat. Oh my god.
Yay! Hey,
Hi,
hi, Charlie's
Charlie's mum.
Hi,
mum.
Charlie's mum.
I'm
Lovely to see you in the
and
chat today.
thank you
so
everyone
much.
for coming to watch our bullshit. We love it.
We love it. Love it a lot. Wayne, would you like to go next?
Sure. You can find me on the internet. Most of the time I'm working currently on my new offering, which you can find on the internet at createdbywayne.com, and my socials are created by Wayne. Again, mainly on Instagram, but I am doing lots of weekly videos on YouTube, so please come and say hi. And if you feel so inclined, please do give us a follow and a like and a subscribe on YouTube, because it does help a lot. And thank you everybody for being with us today and for allowing us the space to play these silly, ridiculous roleplay episodes that we love so much.
I love that you guys get a lot out of this as well. It means a lot to us that you kind of enjoy these quieter episodes, and I love that my cast do as well. So, Theo, third but not last.
You can find my stuff at theoblueillustration.com, and there is links to all the other places on the internet you can find me there. That's about it, really.
That's amazing. That's very cool. It just leaves me, I suppose. Oh, and hello, Colleen, if you are about.
Hi Colleen!
Hey, Colleen!
Catch up with you very soon. Last but not least, I suppose, me!
You!
It's me! Hi, I can be found at Chris Mepham RPG, wherever your media is socialed. That also includes some of the new weird and wonderful ones, although I have no idea how they're going to go. So just reach out, find me there if you are on Mastodon or Hive or still on the Twitter, still on Instagram, and
Tumblr, or
on and Tumblr,
Or
yes.
Bebo.
Bebo,
MySpace,
Yeah.
Cities,
YouTube
Vine.
as well, where I post videos of my processes for creating character art, of which I have also updated my coffee, where soon you will be able to reach out directly and book a slot for a commission if you so wish. Other than that, check out my website. It has all the links for not only my stuff, but also all the Some Other Heroes stuff at Some Other Heroes, wherever your media is socialed. If you are watching on YouTube, we see you. Thank you so much. We love you to pieces.
Love you.
Yes.
Hi, YouTube.
We love our Twitch people being here with us with the weirdness, but we really do appreciate those of you that catch up on VODs as well. It really does
Yeah,
mean
it's
a lot to us.
amazing.
Bunch of babes.
Yes. We'll be back next week. There'll be some creepy shit going on in the snow.
Babyface demons!
Babyface demons. Until then,
Woo!
enjoy your week. Love one another. Roll some dice and tell some stories. We will see
Love
you
you, bye.
very soon. Bye.